Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Detroit the Dark Reflection. In our ongoing struggle along the home front, the Sabbat have individually lent their aids and their support to their brothers and sisters and to the greater cause of the city in, in all. Some of the members will, via cell phone, receive a message from the Priscus, Anthony Castelliera. He is inviting his fellow Canaanites to meet him at the Motor City and Casino along Grand River Avenue. And with our two players tonight, one Monroe, one Rex Dart, how will you respond to the hail of the Priscus?
I will attend to him as soon as I can, drive over there, notify my ghouls of where I'm going.
Okay. I suspect you'll be driving over there, yes? Um, how will Monroe respond to the Priscus?
Monroe will respond, "Be there in a moment."
All right, well, you've always been through the casino. Say maybe in about half hour's time. We'll be gracious with traffic. When you arrive to the casino and you make your way up, and you get into the Priscus's haven, you see that the Priscus, it's kind of quiet in its haven. You usually kind of see it packed. People have been there. You run into the same two security guards you've kind of seen. Maybe their faces have changed with the two people that are posted on the outside of the hotel's room. But when you're admitted in, you see that the Priscus is sitting there with Jean-Baptiste of the All-Seeing Eye. And they're just having a conversation, but once you, I'll say, I don't know, call it, someone call heads or tail.
Tails.
All right, you got it. So Monroe, you arrive first, and you see Jean-Baptiste. He's kind of sitting down at the counter. You see the Priscus oddly again cooking. Probably if you get the whiff there, it smells like sausages.
You rang?
Oh, welcome, Brother Monroe. It's good to see you. You see that there is he has like a stained apron. Maybe you can make it out. It looks like tomato sauce. I'm glad you can make it, Monroe.
It's actually a restaurant now.
Ah, shut up. Oh, you know what? That's right. Your appearance has changed too, right?
Yes.
Okay. I remember before you had some kind of surgery done. I wasn't sure how much the change would look. Sorry about that. Um, pardon me. Asheron now. You see. I'm sorry. Wait. Out of character. Has his identity completely changed, or is he just going by a different name?
Just going by a different name.
Okay, but he would recognize you, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. All right.
No problem.
I'm glad that you could make it. I want your opinion of something. Me and Jean over here, we've been talking and we've come to a stalemate in the conversation. Maybe you could resolve the matter between the two of us.
All right, what's the stalemate about?
Well, you see, I believe what a city needs is infrastructure. And I'll allow Rex to kind of come just a few minutes after. So if you want to make your entrance. Lawrence, if you want to make your entrance or just say that he walks in, it's...
Yeah, I'll just walk in like I own the place. Sure.
Uh, well, yeah, of course, when you're admitted entrance, the princess will look over shoulder Monroe, wave you in. Father Dart, good to see you.
Likewise.
Asheron will nod to Rex.
Oh, you've both been introduced. Good.
Well, now that we have a few more opinions, Monroe, as I'm sorry, Asheron. That's gonna take a minute. Sorry, uh, Asheron. Like I was saying, the city needs infrastructure, something that is molded by our hands, that defines our battlements. Father Dart, you play chess, yes?
Yes.
Like a dumb. And like any chessboard, you need your boxes. But then there are the pieces that make the game what it is. And what is the most important piece?
The king.
Of course. Now, depending upon where you move this king, on the board can determine victory or loss. But the king must stand at the end in order to win, no?
Yes.
So, like with buildings, businesses, money, and cars, and all of that, all junk, all stuff, nonetheless, where we establish it, where we hold it, that is like our king. There's always someone more important part than the other. I wish I had the references for the children games you play here in the Americas, but long, long beyond my time.
Time is moving ever faster. Children games are almost unrelatable now to the common folk. One generation's common thing is the next generation's artifact that is lost to time.
The hula hoop.
Hmm. Well, with that being said, though, the matter that was between me and John that we can't decide is whether we should rebuild Metro Station or build something new.
Metro station? What happened?
Oh, you didn't hear? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying that out of character. The the princess will look at you and he'll say, there was an attack upon it by these Promethean folks, the same ones that we had challenged them for the attack itself upon their outpost.
Ah, why not do both?
Rebuild a new station, or make a new station, I suppose.
Make a new station with homage to the old.
I've never
Maybe construct it with portions of the old station built into it or something like that.
What were you going to say, Father?
I've never properly been briefed on the Prometheans, their beliefs, why they are against the Sabbat, if they
From
stand against the Camarilla.
mhm. From what I've had been reported to, these Prometheans, they're a mixture of expatriates from both sides.
Traitors.
Huh?
Traitors?
Yes, there was one specific individual that Mac has a face and the name to, but he is without the location. There was some confrontation between him once Mac learned that he boldly betrayed the Sabbat.
I
However,
understand. This makes sense. I am sorry. Continue.
I will not sugarcoat it for you. We may be outgunned by them. However, we have the reach. We may outmaneuver them. And we do know one location of their site. Isn't that right, Asheron?
Yes.
Has there been anything new that you've learned of the place?
Right now, I'm concentrating on the tech side of things. I have some examples of their armor.
Well, they have not maneuvered against us anytime soon, but they are like a cancerous boil, something that must be removed sooner than later.
How to lance them.
Exactly. Now, Jean believes that perhaps we should build something like a fortress, you see. Something that, in the event, we can counter their assault with a much better defense. Although I argue that we don't know the measure of their capability. So why not we build them a trap? A trap so big, so worthy of its attention to perk their curiosity. Jean, however, he fears that it would be a waste of money.
I'd have to agree.
Father, what are your thoughts?
I'm not quite sure. I advise caution.
I do not mean to say that we should craft. Well, forgive me. I do not wish to stir the beehive just yet. But should we go about crafting ourselves a stick? Or crafting ourselves a suit to protect us?
Hmm. How, in your knowledge of the Sabbat, would it be possible that someone or something devised a ward against the Prometheans?
It it would not be in my own these wards you speak of, these magics. Yes, I have some knowledge of their workings, but I am no practitioner. I would think it is possible, but I deal with war in ways that are still gun, smoke, and steel.
If you're referring to the people that I think you're referring to, they're no more than vampires. A ward versus a vampire will work just as well against them theoretically as anything.
Yes, but a ward versus specifically the Prometheans comes with its own advantages. We don't need to worry about alerting the Camarilla, or advising the Anarchs, or even our own kind.
You'll uh,
The,
you'll
set,
hear. Sorry.
the sets operate without any notification and are best kept in the dark. Any information tends to garner their own power and convince them of when others are weak. The last thing we need now, when we have the Earthbound to deal with, is another thing waiting to strike the moment we aren't looking.
The technology of today, they do not need to even be on this continent to be able to communicate with the anarchs of this continent.
What?
It's called the internet.
Um, you'll hear Jean speak up. Uh, Both you boys, you have a point, right? However, what I think, Rex, if we go with your idea, a ward, perhaps yes, but we need something that they don't have, things that we can do, right? So how about this? What about the spirit wards, or spirits that we could turn towards?
Hmm.
Uh,
The problem is that wards, as they are not a some easy magic. They're actually a magic of the Assamites, and even of that, not entirely gifted with the knowledge of them. I was lucky enough to see one who was desperate enough to need to cast it at me, but I was not allowed to learn it under penalty of death, so I chose not to learn it. But it is possible to turn to the Assamites. They could ward certain Sabbat locations so that we may have better safety measures in place. If the Prometheans are becoming this much of a problem, it is best to know who within our ranks have decided to ally with them.
Well, you see the Priscus nod. He looks around. I hope that no brothers here are wavering in faith.
I would hope so too, but this is a time of much change. Who knows if someone decided to change their face, bring in a false name? What's to say that someone took on the mantle of someone's emotion, walked in here, had a Valdery, and said they were part of the Sabbat? Like I've told you, many of them are suspiciously lacking in rituals and rite. These are the actions I would expect of spies.
And do you know of anyone that fits this description?
Sadly, most of the Sabbats, especially in Detroit, fit this description. This is why warding a set location might be the best way to do this. If someone refused to meet the Priscus, perhaps at Vespat, that might be the crucible, where all unnecessary information is burned away, and we are left with the truth.
You you see the Priscus. He kind of he'll start talking to you, but you see that he makes his way back to the stove. He kind of is turning everything off, and looks like he's putting the food together on a plate.
just so people know, Asteron looks uncomfortable at a thought that rose.
That what works?
You need to roll on that. He looks physically uncomfortable when he was talking about lacking things and taking on appearances and so on and so forth.
Well, that's not good for you, because I wasn't accusing you.
No, it doesn't seem like he's. It doesn't seem like he's concerned about himself. It's looking like he is like considering something.
We'll just roll perception empathy, I guess.
Sure.
I got one success.
I'm gonna say that for the most part, as you were talking, you kind of saw that Monroe basically like turned his back away from this, almost like, I don't want to be in this conversation. Um, uh, but yeah, the Priscus will say, "You might not have the technology to fight them, but we do have the surface. I believe. Look, I don't necessarily mean that we should use our money, but we should get money and make these wheels turn in order to.
I know where they are.
You do.
Yes.
That would take a strike force if we wish to go into there.
No, it would take a bloody army.
So how is that for us an option?
No, I'm just saying. You were saying we don't have the technology to find them. I can point exactly where they are.
Oh, I did not mean find them. I mean fight them.
Oh, fight them. Sorry, I misheard you. I misheard you. I can find them. That's not difficult. Fighting them, yes, that's a different thing. I apologize.
That's all right. Um, but yes, he'll call out for his ghoul Melissa to come eat. Um, see John kind of give her the up and down look. All right, boys, right. There is, you're right, Father Dart. Um, what we have is a lacking of community. We definitely need to get back to that, but while we can do that, at some point we need to bring a staging ground. You ever read Sun Tzu, The Art of War? It says that the general that chooses the battleground has the advantage. Priscus almost looks impressed that John quoted that.
The issue, though, is a well-entrenched foe. You require three times their number to be able to fight accurately, and these people are extraordinarily well entrenched.
And that's where the Priscus pipes up and says, and that's why I suggest we build them a trap. If one thing can undo an army, it is the element of surprise.
Can't we burn them out? We know their location.
And I am certain they have defenses against that. I've been in their facilities.
Okay. How big would you say it is?
It's an underground city.
So we could bomb it without it being a problem.
If you want to sink half of Detroit into the ground
That seems like it would be a normal geological event that the humans would not think twice of.
and have absolutely no guarantee that actually it would actually kill any of them.
Wouldn't. You're talking about a city. It's completely possible to burn a city. Humans have the technology.
Father,
The sorry,
Father Dot, how would you suggest we burn them out if we could not get through the front door?
He was able to get through the front door in order to see them. Bombs do not have to be inside the house. They have to be on the house and placed repeatedly. We are in America, the home of the largest and most well-defended army. It spans the globe. It made the weapons of the world. The only thing it lacks is people because it uses machines.
You see the Prisk is struggling to understand the concept. You talking about firing some kind of artillery into the earth?
Heavy explosives are definitely an option, but Earth, that is a very key phrase. How silly of me. I'm using something so complex when we should use something simple. Thank you. You have illustrated a very easy point.
Uh, rolling perception empathy.
I got one success.
Perception empathy. Can you roll me the 5 dice, please?
Sure, I'll roll for you. You got two success. Lawrence, you notice that the Priscus, he looks lost. Like he recognizes that you had an epiphany, but he doesn't know where it's going. Not
But
really.
Bruce definitely knows where I'm
Oh
going.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I know. I know. Priscus doesn't.
Because
Um,
you set off the detonator on that. Like,
uh, and Monroe, he'll notice that Priscus looks like that, but you also notice that he looks kind of impressed.
my mastery of Coldenism only extends to the Earth. For an underground city of traders, it should be short work.
Well, I can bring you to where they are. I can't not promise that you would be successful in what you are stating, and it would be could be approved quite troublesome if you fail.
How many miles deep is this city?
Uh, Bruce, what was the estimate?
Oh, I don't know. Charles has the estimate. He's the one that thought up the city. Uh,
Oh, I'll say blah for now. We can confirm with Charles later.
yeah.
Can you say less than 5 with any confidence?
No, I think it's actually more.
Bruce?
Uh, yes. Charles didn't give me the grand scheme of the city. Uh, I'm gonna say it's, from what I heard, it's a little more than 10 miles.
Still half I could take out. Half is better than nothing.
That is a hornet's nest you're gonna stir if you don't take
However,
it out.
if we can create a strike force strong enough, there is a second entrance.
Oh, where would that be?
That'd be where they launch their helicopters from.
You'll see, Jean. Sharon, you and I, we could raise an army of dead to bolster our number.
Could just drop a whole hornet's nest of newborns on top of their asses too.
That is dark, bro. Hmm, that is true. It would take a scale of mass and embrace that it would be noticeable, indeed.
Not if we brought them from out of town.
That will be several kidnappings. And I know that it wouldn't bother Mac at all, but
Who said anything about kidnapping? I feel a new. I feel that there's a concert that's going to be going on here pretty soon.
Hmm.
Somebody popular.
oh, who is the celebrity?
Don't know yet. I just have a feeling that one might be coming along at some point soon.
So we have time until we find the right crowd.
No, I'm saying we create a situation where people come to us from out of town, so that we're actually not taking people from out of town. They're coming to us, so no attention of kidnappings.
That makes sense, but again, how many people do you think you'd estimate, Asaran?
A really good concert, like a truly good concert of one or more bands. Do you remember a name called Woodstock?
Mm, no, no. What they mean is how many.
Uh, Estimates of 30,000 individuals, I think, were at Woodstock. Out of character, does anybody know if that's accurate or not?
Let's say it is. The priest is gonna just tell you that we would have to embrace each and every one of them. There's only so many hours we have in the night, and then we have to be able to mobilize them in one movement.
True. Hmm. Just a thought.
I admire your enthusiasm, I do, but the logistics of this battle will not be easy. Hmm. You'll see. You'll see Jean. He'll kind of stand up and he'll snap his fingers like, "All right, all right. Well, maybe if we don't waste the time to make something just to burn it, how about we find a place that we can choose to just not fuck down anyway? If we can draw some of them out and then cripple the other half, pointing to Father Dart, then that is less of a reliance on outside forces."
Because there's stuff in there I think we'd want to capture.
You see the Priscus perk up. Like what?
They're cloning blood successfully.
They're cloning blood.
It's their food source.
They do not live amongst humans.
No. They are successfully cloning blood that's sustaining them. Successfully.
Hmm.
That is an abomination and decaying.
The Priscus is definitely nodding to that. That is an affront to the curse that our father's God had placed upon us in a crucible to bear. They
You're sorry.
no. What did you say?
He was about to say you are correct. However, it is technology that we should capture and study so that we know how to deal with it properly.
Proper thing to do is destroy it? Yes? Yes?
You see Jean say, "I cannot deny that there is an allure to understanding how they did it."
I would say the same thing when a demon tries to make a pact with me. But I will still say no.
Esron, do you know exactly where this technology is located? They have some kind of plant to it, right?
Vaguely. I do not know some of the more encrypted areas of the facility. I've breached some of it, but not been able to get to all of it. They
How
are
is,
well secured.
how is it that you move amongst them so?
Because according to them, I'm one of their members.
And how is that? They just open their arms to you and say, "Walk on in"?
So to say, so to speak, yes. I do have the blessings of the Archbishop in my infiltration, by the way.
I will have to consult with the Archbishop on this matter, but I will take you at your word for now.
Of course.
If you can find someone or something that have you seen its manufacturing?
No.
So it could be a source that is technological or mystical.
It could be. Their armor appears to be some kind of spiritual energy, as far as I understand it.
Well, as the matter of this blood, you can acquire the blueprints or the method of how it's done. Will destroy every other trace of it.
The other part of understanding it is also being able to recognize its use in the future.
What use could it be for?
No, I mean recognizing its use by others in the future. They
Yeah,
might not be the only one. They might not be the originator of this technology.
that is a good point.
I'm not disagreeing with the fact that it needs to be destroyed. However, it is something that we need to understand, and be able to recognize.
I'm inclined to agree.
But you seem to be able to recognize it without issue.
Have you tasted it?
Out of character, Ian's trying to think on that. Um, yes, yes, I have.
And what was it like?
No different than tasting a human.
Hmm. To peer into this darkness and try to understand what it is like, I can see, Father, that it is tempting. But, again, I affirm, I do not wish to use it, to apply it, but this this does warrant understanding how they're doing this. Whether this is some factory or in a chemical vat or if they're torturing virgins or whatever the fuck they do.
The Inquisition of the Black Hand should investigate things. Those of the Sabbat should destroy traitors.
If there are traitors amongst them, we are, by the code of Milan, bound to hunt them down and destroy them all.
They are not protected by the Code of Milan.
In fact, they are quite the opposite of protected.
I do not have the official capacity to lay upon you any orders of the sort. But just know, my boys, that you will have my aid in this, and should this be completed, I will make sure that your names will be heard in the consistory.
Do you understand who is down there?
I have not been down there. You tell me.
The original Pander.
What do you mean?
He is down there. I have seen him.
Excuse me 1 second, guys. Just 1 second.
Pretty sure I saw him. I'm pretty darn sure Charles said that I saw him.
Because I'm thinking Joseph Pander or Cain himself.
Yeah, no, I don't mean Kane.
Cain is the original goddamn Pander. He has no clan. He
No,
doesn't exist.
technically he's the original Caitiff.
Catips and Pander are the same damn thing.
Yes, but the original individual that went by the Pander is The other individual.
Yeah, but in the Sabbat, caitiffs and panders are the same thing. It just matters if you're a Sabbat member or not.
But technically, Kane, while yes, was technically a caitiff, was technically also not at the same time.
What clan is Cain in? That's the argument that will always be.
Kane is a member of Clan Kane.
Good luck trying to convince anybody of that.
Go argue with him on that point. Go argue with Kane on what clan he
What
might be.
ethnicity is Adam?
Okay, I'm sorry. What did I miss?
Oh, we were talking about a character about bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Like, I thought he was talking about either Cain or Joseph Pander.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Monroe laid eyes on Pander himself.
so
However, until we have confirmation from Charles on that, we'll say it was likely to be somebody that looked very, very much like him until Charles says it was him.
hmm. uh, let's see. Fuck the oh god, how the fuck would the Princess react to that?
Gasp.
Yeah.
Did I just break Bruce?
Well, no, I'm just it's immersed in the
See it
character.
coming. You didn't break him. It's just like you came into the room with a walrus saying, "This is my wife." Like he needs a minute to think how to react. He's not broken. He just didn't know he was going to do that.
Uh, yeah. So the Priscus will look dismayed. I may have to take a trip to Mexico after all. If who you think is there, well, I will find the people that know him, his pack mates, and verify if Father Joseph is still amongst us or not.
But you said that the Prometheans were traitors.
Yes, but
The,
Joseph is a Priscus like myself.
the
Putting him,
implications of this could destroy the Sabbat.
but it could unite us.
But it goes far beyond one city.
Do you mean to suggest every pander would then come under suspicion?
The idea did cross my mind. And the idea of them all running from the Sabbat and joining these Prometheans with unlimited false blood in underground city.
That is true. However, Joseph is privy to many secrets of the Sabbath, and who knows who else that has gone missing has actually defected.
There's
There-
also another issue.
Which is,
What other issues are there? Pray tell what other horrors you saw in the dark.
I really, really, really hate to bring this up.
I feel like this was a meeting we should have had long ago. But go on.
Hold on, let me get a chair. Go ahead.
Can anybody verify or confirm where the Archbishop was during the time he was missing and thought dead?
No, because then he would not have been missing. Not to anyone I know. He looks around to John, to Rex, even to his ghoul.
He came back with a new name, broken ties, and effectively a pander.
Yes.
So a pander would have had to make him a pander.
It's just like he did to me.
Um, I'll roll for it. Fuck, I never thought about this, but
This game just got like 10 levels of intrigue for no reason. I love it.
nice. Okay, I scored it. Three. Mm, I'll say a conservative 2. Um, this is a ritual I have heard of. I've never seen it before.
Ritual that I just went through.
Exactly, yes. Now that you mention it, I can see the possibilities here. If, as you implicate, someone could suggest that the Archbishop was in company of this Joseph Pander, whom you've seen in the Undercity, and conducted this ritual upon him. Does Joseph Pander actually know the ritual? I don't fucking know, but it's not a hard connection to make.
This is why I hated to bring it up, and why I was uncomfortable with the conversation that Rex had started earlier.
Oh, we're never gonna just kill things anymore, are we? Okay, and help me.
We will move forward with this. We will, we will drop a bug in the ear of the Inquisitor. Any rituals that have been conducted outside the sphere of the Sabbat that originated within the Sabbat, I believe I can convince is a breaking of our traditions and of our laws and the sanctity of our sect. Therefore, we will hand this political football over to the Inquisition.
Mine would not have been because it was in the presence of Sabbat members and plenty of them.
Uh, Christmas will he'll lay a hand upon your head, and he's gonna what generation are you now?
Eighth.
Okay, we can do this. We can do this.
Warning, Bruce. Astron also has the mark of Cain on him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if that has any effect on what he's doing.
What he's about to do is he's gonna first he's gonna ask you just straight up. I will swear to grant you a clemency in your defense if the Inquisition were to. Well, I cannot grant you a pardon from the Inquisition, but I could use my own reputation to abridge any punishment if they thought it were fitting, as long as you would swear an oath unto me that until this matter is settled, that your service is still and faith in Cain and the still sword.
Of course, I'm Sabbat. I was born Sabbat. I will continue to be Sabbat, and I shall die Sabbat.
Very good.
And
So,
if you do an empty, I'll give it for you for free. An empty perception will gladly show he. Oh yeah, he's telling the truth.
no, 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 no. Okay. So, Asheron, for the time being, I am going to alter your memories of some of the events. Yes?
Okay.
This revelation you give us has not happened. For the last few minutes, this conversation revolved around a tactical procedure in infiltrating the Undercity. You never made any mention whatsoever of the Archbishop's true identity to us. And I'm rolling it. So what's your willpower?
My willpower is 5.
How can you guys be... How can you be that high of a generation and not be?
Diablerie.
Yeah.
Either that or you just didn't buy willpower after character gen.
Oh, I did. Oh, no, not after character gen, no.
And the priestess is going to turn to you, Rex, and he's going to say, So, Father, I think we are agreed for our contingency plan, yes?
I will definitely need time from everything that was mentioned. I don't know if a direct assault is the right move.
It may not be. Well, Jean, it looks like we are still at an impasse, are we not? You see, Jean just sadly nod. Yeah, boy, I tell you, it's like opening a snake's pit.
Why not? Why not do both?
Do both
Why,
what?
why not do both plans? Why not prepare for both contingencies? Why don't we build a defensive structure while possibly working on a plan to create a trap?
That could be done. You see, the site of the old metro station that's hung up in the city property, but I know, that they just want to sell it off. Its destruction has been quieted because of the military's actions. They've made it disappear. They won't be taking any responsibility. Again, Detroit has been stiffed by America. So, they're looking for some enterprising citizens that would like to take over the land, rehabilitate it. The metro station is too... If it's not useful, perhaps we can step in and purchase the place. It fell once because it was an old, decrepit building, but what we could build in place could be something great.
With an homage to the old, because the public will like that. Public always likes the homages to the old fallen things. I mean, look at Trade Center 1 or whatever the hell they call it now.
That's strong. What are your thoughts, Father?
My mind is still hung up on where and when our Sabbat members really are.
Hmm. Sometimes being in the Sabbat, you must know how to be a lone wolf.
I wish I could be able to solve the problem fairly quickly, with plenty of death. Politics.
It's not a matter of politics, I think. Jean here himself knows a few people in the right places that will perform the work and do the work. I have my finances that I can lend to the process. And I know that you're an enterprising person, as well as Reductus.
No, Ductus has gone relatively dark once again, and the other members have been conspicuously absent. I'm considering starting another pack.
You have grown in your measure as a Cainite. I could not see any reason why you could not serve as your own lord of the Sabbat.
Every Sabbat member needs to follow their pack. If they can't, they will need a new one. But none should be alone. None should be trusted to be alone. From the regent to the brother, the change of the Sabbat must stay stronger than any enemy.
This is very true. In the matter of when it comes to money, honestly, all we have to do is find someone that wants to buy the property, could buy the property, do all the paperwork and make everything look legitimate, so that we can allow construction to go as we plan it, no?
I've only been a Canaanite for a few months. There was no need for me to fake my own death. I still file my taxes. I still have yet to file my taxes after my embrace.
So you can be a man of the people still, no?
Yes, just a night owl.
I believe I can maneuver some of the right people to back you up, if you're willing to take the face of the project.
I would be glad to. And if it takes a few decades longer than expected, my ghoul still has her uses, so she could be handed over to the project.
Wait a second. If it takes a few more decades, doesn't that just mean normal government construction plans?
Yes, but then that requires me to be photographed.
Yeah, true.
After 3 years and no aging, they start making jokes. 30 years and no aging, they start sending hunters.
That was more or less a joke, by the way.
You need to be vigilant.
Equip at government construction plans.
Most of his jokes tend to end in reality. He's a very nice teddy bear. I'm horrified every time I see it.
You know, I have to go back and check on some things, but I think somebody with a lot of money. Yeah, I think somebody. I think we have some dirt on somebody with a whole lot of money.
That's right. The Trump fellow, no?
Yes, the multi-billionaire.
Hmm. It would be a great thing for America. It would make it great again, the city of Detroit. What do you think, Rex?
I think
Hmm.
any waste of his time is a good idea.
You see, Jean chuckle a lot. Boys, this could be dangerous. We could be making him a president after all.
Not if the earth were to swallow him up, lightning were to fall onto him moments before he was signed in. Terrible. Almost like the heavens themselves denied his existence, as if he was
I
like
would I
some
would
kind of god.
I would point out what are the better options.
Hmm. No, I like this plan. We can always use Rex's repertoire as a associate in business matters. I could make an impressionable suggestion upon his current fiancée or whatever she is, that perhaps she should be cut into the will, as far as this property is concerned. And then someday,
Foresight.
in memorial, we'll have yet another Trump Tower dotting the skyline, with him buried underneath it. That's
Astron would just nod.
with what we have on him. I suppose Melissa, he says to his ghoul, and she'll put her fork down. Her mouth is full. I'm sorry, sir. What? Yes. I forgot. In that scene, who was doing the video recording? Oh, that was those Priscus's people, right?
I think that might have been my ghouls.
Oh yeah, your ghoul. Okay, you have it. Yeah, you
Yep.
have it. Okay, so I'm gonna say for the sake of scene brevity, we're gonna put this plan together. So Rex doesn't look implicated. You will give that. You'll have your people contact the Priscus's people with that information, and
By the power of editing, anything that had me in the film disappeared.
do you have someone? Do you have someone with computers to roll that?
Yes.
Who do you have?
I have several ghouls now, but having one of them with computers is not out of the question.
Do you
I
have
have
stats with any
two.
one of the rules?
I have a ghoul detective, a ghoul stripper, a ghoul policeman, a ghoul detective. I have a ghoul Dawn Ellis?
Is that the cat goddess?
Jason Dawn Ellis. I think that's the officer we took.
From when? We kidnapped a lot of cops.
No, like an actual like army officer when we went to that army base with Ginger.
Oh.
I have heard five, so I was like, I'm flush with blood. Fuck it. Until I
Uh,
get to like 10 ghouls, I'm not really worried. Also, Elizabeth's character, the
right.
Zanizi Zanatosa.
All right. Give me roll your intelligence plus the rating of your retainers. I'm making this up on the fly because I just
Intelligence plus retainers.
do this. Make this happen. We'll make that, boss. We'll find a way.
Can I offer assistance with my 2 dots of ghouls?
Are any of them tech savvy or
They are university students.
sure?
So add 2.
Okay, so that is 15 dice.
Let's see. I'll make it a
One eats the 10.
1, 2. I'll give it with 7. Yeah. Was that an 8 or a 9 down there?
No, that's a 6.
That's a 6. Okay.
So out of 15 dice, 3 successes.
Uh,
See, not bad. Okay, 3. You made it good. You made the editing really good. They got it to some people that are discreet and don't know what the fuck kind of footage this is, and but whatever.
By the power of Koreans.
Yes. They thought it was a student film. Thought it was a student film. Um, And I'm gonna roll manipulation, expression, threat. Oh, nice. Priscus makes that threat. Success. Yep. And cool. I think yeah, having this forwarded to Trump, he's gonna come back to the Priscus. You'll hear about this later in the weeks. Priscus will, get in contact with you and let you know what the feedback is for all of this. Yeah, you'll get an email to one of your, how do I put this? One of your heralds of ghouls, your main man Friday, whoever that ghoul is. Yeah.
I imagine that would be my Xanatosa at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, you'll notice a press release in like a local news rag. Trump's thinking of rebuilding Michigan Central Station for affordable fucking housing or some shit.
Mhm.
Try to appeal to the people. Yeah, because who doesn't want to live in Trump Towers? I don't know.
Bernie Sanders is going to pay for it.
Yeah. The actual blueprints of it isn't happening, but money's being moved into it, and I'll say Rex, since you're fronting this, I'm going to give you at least by next week a scene where you'll just have to kind of deal with the bureaucratic side of it for a moment. See if we get through that.
Okay.
Of course, that you are a very busy man during the day, so after hours are really available if they really want to do business. Then. And oh shit, Ian dropped.
Yeah.
So,
Try giving him a IM to the chat again. Very surprising scene.
yeah, never got that info drop. All right. I'll fill him in on the end of it. Okay. Well, wow, this scene has definitely been a surprise for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Tune in again. This is Detroit, the Dark Reflection. Have a good night.